to you guys about the importance of reading nutrition labels on the back of your food packages. Advertisers like to trick you with their packaging and make you believe that you're actually eating healthier foods than what you're really getting. Nutrition labels are loaded with the truth, and there's tons of information that's available to you about the food that you're eating if you actually take the time to read the nutrition label. I'm guessing that your health is pretty important. Yep, okay. And you probably don't like being lied to, manipulated, and all that stuff that advertisers are trying to do. I know that I don't, and my health is really important to me. So paying attention to what's on the back of the labels is something that I try to do in order to stay on top of my health. Understanding what the nutrition label is telling you is a great way to keep track of your overall well-being. Advertisers, again, they're doing a great job of making you feel like you're eating something healthy, and then you turn it around and you might be in a little bit of a shock of what you're actually eating when you read the labels. I would take the time when you pick up a package that looks nice to flip it over, see what it is, before you actually just throw that in your cart and assume that you're getting something healthy. I grew up with hippie parents who taught me a lot about nutrition. And as an adult, my passion for health and fitness just got stronger. And so I've taken a lot of time in my life to research nutrition and fitness and to stay as healthy as possible. Since my parents were pretty health conscious, I grew up as a vegetarian with mostly homemade food, so I already had a pretty good basis for nutrition. As I got older and started researching my own personal needs, I decided to go ahead and add seafood to my diet. And I realized that there's just not a one-size-fits-all box for nutritional needs. You can be healthy by following a lot of different diets, and a lot of us have individual needs that are separate to what your total, like what your average human needs as far as nutrition goes. Some of us might be allergic to certain foods or intolerant to certain foods, or maybe we're eating too much sugar and we need to cut that out. So these are all things that we can learn by looking at the nutrition label. Most people didn't grow up with that understanding about nutrition. Most adults that I know have actually no clue as to what they're supposed to be eating. So reading your nutrition labels is actually a really good asset. You can learn a lot about food and what you're eating if you take the time to look and see what the nutrition label is telling you. Don't let a bad diet affect you. A bad diet can actually affect how you look. It can affect how you feel. It can affect how you think and how you act. Eating the wrong types of foods can lead to a ton of health problems. As we all know, you can get diabetes, cancer, heart disease. You can feel fatigued. It can actually affect your mental health. A lot of people don't think about that, but if you're lacking nutrients in your body, you are going to be mentally affected. Lack of nutrients can lead to depression, anxiety. Actually eating different foods, for instance, carbohydrates are high in serotonin, so they can help calm you down if you're having anxiety, which might be one of the reasons that people crave carbohydrates when they're stressed out. Just avoid the health pitfalls of a bad diet by educating yourself and taking a look at what the nutrition label is telling you. There's a wealth of information that's provided on the back, and the FDA has a great website in case you want to know more. So right here we have a nutrition label, and it's telling you what the serving size is, how many servings per container, the calories. You have the ingredient list. There's a lot of information here, the vitamins, what nutrients you're getting. If that's not enough and you want to know more, you can go over to their website. They have a great interactive website. The website, you can click into it and it has what's in the label. You can get details about what that label means, the ingredient list, what those ingredients are. There's a glossary if you want to learn more about the nutrition and what the things are that are in the ingredient list. And there's even a resource list if you want to know more about packaging, labels, nutrition, what you should be eating. So the FDA website is actually a great place to start if you don't know that much about nutrition. And it's really a great tool to learn how to read your labels. As I talked about before, packaging is extremely deceiving, and this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't look at the front. You should always flip it over and look at the back. I've started powerlifting, and so I've needed to take in a lot more protein, especially if I'm not eating the right amount of calories. The one thing that helps me keep my muscle mass is my protein balance. So normally I eat protein bars for those who wants to eat those, but it's pretty much a staple in my diet. And I discovered these things, which are complete cookies. It's a complete cookie. So you would think this is a complete cookie. You have everything in here that you need, and it's got all the pretty things. Fiber, no dairy, no egg, vegan, blah, blah, blah. You know, but what I was looking at was a pretty cookie and 16 grams of protein. And I looked at nutrition labels, so I flipped it over to compare it to my protein bar and saw 200 calories. Okay, that's all that I needed to know. So I buy the 4-pack. I'm eating these cookies pretty much every day as a snack, thinking I'm getting 200 calories, 16 grams of protein. Awesome. One day it occurs to me that these cookies are really, really, really good. And so I decide to turn around and take a closer look at the nutrition facts. And what I found is that one cookie is 400 calories, and that's how you get your 16 grams of protein. So basically, if I eat what the serving size is, half a cookie, that's 200 calories. Okay, that's cool. And you're only getting 8 grams of protein. What's the point? It's no longer a complete cookie. It's no longer a protein cookie. So I'm back to my protein bars. In comparison, if you're not into protein, it just happens to be something that I need in my diet. This has 20 grams of protein and 190 calories. And the ingredient list is probably, it's not vegan, but other than that, it's probably pretty similar. My protein powder has 2 scoops per serving, 20 grams of protein and 100 calories. You know, throw that with some almond milk and some peanut butter, you got 200 calories and something that tastes almost as good as that cookie. So, am I still going to eat that cookie? Okay, once in a while when I want a cookie, I'm going to eat that cookie instead of a regular cookie. But now that I know, I'm going to just eat the protein bars and I'm going to stick to my protein shakes. Just don't get fooled by the pretty packaging. It's really easy to get sucked into that. Take control of your health and flip the package over, read the labels, and focus on what's important if you really want to stay healthy. Reading the labels is actually a great supplement to your healthy lifestyle. It can mean the difference between living a full, active, happy life or living a life that's riddled with diseases and doctor visits.